Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of The Writer's Wardrobe. I'm Loomis Lutnak, coming to you now live from the wardrobe. The elusive Kasserot has remained elusive at this point, but I have another guest, or two guests I should say. Leroy, I wasn't aware you were bringing a +1. He goes where I go, as it happens.
That's right.
Well, for those listeners who don't have the benefit of seeing this with their own eyes, tonight's special guest stars are Leroy and Ryan, otherwise known as Runt and the Leech, two of Northfall's finest. Tell us a bit about yourselves. I'm Leroy, I'm a copper.
My name's Ryan, I'm also a copper.
Very informative, thank you. So, a little bird told me you sort of run this place. You may be surprised, but very little is involved in running a wardrobe. That's not what I meant, and you know it.
He smells funny, Leech.
Yes, he would. He's somewhat of a big shot in these parts.
Doesn't look like a big shot.
It's not all about looks, though, is it? So, Leroy, I hear you're a fan of pipe smoking. This is true. I try and smoke as much as possible. Blocks the smells. Smells from the crime scenes, you mean? Yeah, them. Blood can be quite a potent scent with an affliction such as mine. And what affliction is that? Oh, I can't tell you.
You can't.
No, tell him, Ryan.
He can't.
Do you share the same affliction, Ryan?
Oh, gods no. Heaven help me if I ever catch what he's got. I do have an affliction of my own, though.
Can you share some information about it?
I can't, sorry.
He really can't. Well, surely there's something you can share with the audience. We could tell you a bit about our latest case, if you like.
Oh yeah, this one has us stumped.
8 dead.
8 dead. Apple crumble left untouched. A real tragedy.
A real tragedy. Done with a shovel, would you believe?
What kind of psychopath comes up with an idea like that? A real messed up individual, that's who.
Probably a loner. Probably prone to sitting in rooms by himself.
Yes, well, he's probably fat too.
Well, I'm sure you'll have a great adventure working out the answer to that riddle. The killer, I mean. You'll find him. You would know.
Why would he know?
Because he knows things. I said that. He runs the wardrobe. So, how long have you been a copper, Leroy? Been a copper for 8 years, a soldier for 35 before that, and a killer for most of my life prior. Wonderful, wonderful. And you, Ryan?
Oh, I'm still a killer.
Should have called it the killer's wardrobe, eh?
What?
Nothing. I meant how long have you been in the City Watch? You probably shouldn't go around admitting to being a murderer. He never said murderer, he said killer. What's the difference, do you think?
Killing's more animalistic, innit? Murder is something humans do to other humans.
Are you implying you're not human?
I'm implying that murder is for humans. Killing is for predators.
Like wolves?
Just like wolves, in fact.
This conversation doesn't appear to be going anywhere. Let's bring it back to the shovel killings. I have been called the Quentin Tarantino of shovels in the past few weeks.
I don't know who that is.
Never mind. Who are the suspects? So far, the suspects are Gabriel Stein, captain of the City Watch.
He has been acting funny.
Yes, on the grog again.
The only other suspects at this point, unfortunately, appear to be us.
You two? Yeah. But you are the protagonists of your story. You're the good guys, surely.
You'd think so.
But we did both just admit that killing was on the resume.
I like to think we're the good guys.
We've worked for some bad people in the past, sure.
But we're good now. All the killing is done for the City Watch and that.
On that note, I think I'll call it before you give away any spoilers. This has been The Writer's Wardrobe.